What is up, Not So Pro Football Talk? This is another episode here of Bats. It's week 13. We just got back from watching a live NFL game, as you guys should have seen our vlog already. If you haven't, go check it out. Should be there on our channel, and I think it's awesome. I think we all did a great job, performing like we did. AJ did a great job editing everything and putting it all together. Really like the music too, AJ. It's really good, really good.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So put down in the comments how proud of AJ you are, as we are too. But we'll just get right into this betting, guys, because we obviously have a person here who knows what they're talking about, and that's Reed McCall, right, Reed?
Yes, sir. I'm the best.
Nah, last week I'll go through the records here. It was chronological, basically. Everybody was one game off of each other. I went 9-7 for the worst record of the week. Reed went 10-6, and AJ went 11-5. So our standings go in, a different order. Reed right now is 80-99. I am 88-91, and AJ sits atop as the king as of now, 102-77. So everybody has a lead over everybody, but everybody's getting a little bit better, I would say. I don't think there's been a negative week since that one horrible week back in week 9, I believe it was. But we'll get right into it, guys. This is going to be a very, very good week, in my opinion. There's a lot of games that I think could, possibly be upsets the way that people are starting to play. But we'll check it out, right? So first off, we have, the one that I've been waiting for all year. I kind of was hesitant to want this game to happen, but it has to every other 2 or 3 years. You know how it goes. But the Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas. I've seen that pictures of the Seahawks players already in AT&T Stadium there in Arlington. But the Cowboys have a massive spread of 10 in their favor here. The last time we played the Cowboys was in preseason, and we looked pretty well, but it was preseason. The time before that, we had beat the Cowboys. But I'm not 100% sure here, but the spread is very, very big. I know that the Dallas Cowboys have had massive spreads the past few times that they've played. But I want to get y'all's opinion here. Do you think Dallas hasn't played any team that is kind of a playoff contender, if that's what you guys think the Seahawks are? Because I definitely do. So I want to get y'all's take here, but we know that I'm taking the Seahawks on this spread.
In the NFC, the Seahawks are playoff contenders, yes. But as Reed and I were talking about, there's kind of a huge drop off when it comes to the top four teams and everyone else who's going up in the playoffs. But the Dallas Cowboys, they just try to seem to find any excuse to talk about themselves, right? I saw a stat today saying, hey, Dallas Cowboys broke NFL history. The first 5 games started at home. They won by 20 plus points. How desperate are you to try to find stats on teams that you're just beating up on that are not good? They're not good. Okay. But the Dallas Cowboys, they do mean business. After what I saw with the Seattle Seahawks and Niner game, Seahawks had a lot of time to rest, but I just saw a very messy communication between Gino and his teammates. And if that continues to happen, I could definitely see Dallas winning by 10 points, 10 or more points. So give me Dallas here.
I will also be taking Dallas. If it was a bigger spread, I would not, but 10 points. They've been covering almost every single week when it's a bigger spread. It's at home. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys here.
Yeah, man, it should be a good game in my opinion. I hope the Cowboys don't run away with this game, but this is a game that I definitely am not 100% positive about. But of course, I'm always going to root for my Seahawks. Hopefully, it goes in our favor because I don't want to hear it from a lot of you Cowboys fans. But we'll see. But moving on to the Sunday games, that was Thursday Night Football. We have the Los Angeles Chargers versus the New England Patriots, the one team who is fighting to get that number 1 overall pick by not winning any more games. So the LA Chargers here have a favored spread here at 5.5. New England Patriots haven't been excited about them in a long time. I'm pretty sure even some of the Patriots fans that we know are not very excited about the rest of the season. They're just looking forward to the draft. So I think I'm going to go Chargers here. I think this is a game that they should win by at least a touchdown, in my opinion. Patriots have a decent defense, but they just can't get anything on offense. So that's just my opinion there. I think Chargers win.
The Patriots, are they drafting Caleb Williams? That'll be awesome. Hopefully, we'll be there live. I feel like that'll be another great vlog. But is Mac Jones still a thing? I think not. I've been saying it for how long now. Chargers are a very messy team, very messy play calling, but they are the more talented team. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers here, -5.5.
I still want to believe that Bill Belichick is still the same coach, same team, that they can cover a game like this. But those feelings are long gone. Give me the Chargers, even though they're probably almost just as bad as the Patriots are.
I would have to agree there. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a sloppy game, but I definitely think the Chargers will come out on top. Moving on to a game that should be pretty good in my opinion. We have the Detroit Lions versus the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints haven't been playing up to their caliber of skill level, I guess you could say. They still have a lot of injuries. Derek Carr did not look very good this past week. He did throw for 300 yards, but it was not a very good performance for them defensively or offensively. So I think it's a safe pick here to get the Detroit Lions. I think they're trying to get that playoff push to get better seeding and get that home field advantage. So I think Detroit starts their push here with a very, very weak team, in my opinion, at this point. So give me the Detroit Lions as they are favored by 4.5 here.
If the Detroit Lions screw up this game, no one's going to be taking them seriously, right? I'm losing faith on them. They have to make this a statement game. I'm going with the Lions as well at -4.5.
Give me MCDC and the Lions. I think this is gonna, as AJ said, gonna be a statement game. And the Saints I don't have any faith in them at all, other than Alvin Kamara.
Not bad, not bad. Now this one is an interesting one because Falcons have been playing a little bit better than I've given them credit for. So the Falcons here are favored against the New York Jets by 3. New York Jets have. I mean, I feel bad for Robert S over there. I'm not gonna screw up his name because AJ will get mad at me. But the head coach over there. I mean, I feel for this guy. I really do. I just don't believe in the New York Jets at all. Aaron Rodgers is taking the limelight here. We've all seen the stuff on Twitter, on ESPN. There's so many articles saying, wow, 79 days and he's already practicing. I'm tired of it already.
It was a fake injury.
It's only day one. Yeah, they probably had like a string in his sock, right, AJ?
Oh
it was not real.
It was a fake injury. I've been saying it, dude. He's trying to screw the Packers by not playing 70% of the season or whatever it was. I'm not falling for it.
So with that said, I don't want to spend any more time on Aaron Rodgers at this point in time because I'm not gonna, buy into everything there. I think he plays. Do I think he does well? Probably not if he ever comes back this season. But give me the Atlanta Falcons here. I think they can very comfortably cover this spread of 3.
I don't know how the Jets could get worse at this point. They have a great defense. They play great against quarterbacks. That's why I'm kind of skeptical here, and I was kind of hoping this would be a pick'em game because Desmond Ridder still is not that guy, in my opinion, for Atlanta. But Atlanta does have ways to get down the field. I'm just going to put it at that. I'm not going to go any further into this. I want to go Atlanta Falcons here. I don't like the pick, but I'm going Falcons.
All right, so I love my former Packer Tim Boyle, but dude plays like complete booty cheeks. Give me the Falcons here. Jets have no way of doing anything offensively other than running the ball. Yeah, put Zach Wilson back in.
Honestly, I think that's their best bet. Just
It is.
It wouldn't win them games. I think right out the gate, but I mean, I think it's better. You have a younger guy developing. Maybe you can trade him, but that's about it. But moving on to this next game, that's already 3 in a row, guys, that we've gone all together on. So we'll see about this one here. I think this one will be similar too, but we'll see. Arizona Cardinals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are favored by 6 here. I haven't given the Steelers a lot of credit here either, and I think I should start. But I'm a little bit scared about this spread here. Arizona Cardinals are not looking the greatest at this point in time on offense. Kyler Murray is playing decent, but it seems like it's a one-man show since James Conner hasn't been showing out lately. Pittsburgh, though, they play more as a team. Is it a highly functioning team? Not so much, but it gets them the W. But I think I have to trust in the Pittsburgh Steelers here. I think their defense is good enough to slow down the Cardinals to not score that many points. But I think I'm going to go Pittsburgh here. It's a big spread, but I'd rather be safer at this point than sorry, because I haven't chosen the Steelers the past like 3 or 4 weeks.
Dang, that's true. And you know what? I'm still not convinced with anyone in that Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Trust me, you guys know me. I'm not a Cardinals fan whatsoever. Don't support anything that they're doing over there. Besides their past draft, it was pretty decent. But believe it or not, in order for the Cardinals to lose in fashion, right, we have to have Kyler Murray just totally run around that defense, get away from TJ Watt, and use his feet way more than he needs to. And that's why the Arizona Cardinals will not lose by 6 or more points in this game.
So you're picking the Cardinals?
I am.
Okay.
You
So I've
just
been. Okay, yeah, I got you. Okay. So I've been riding with the Steelers, I think, almost the entire year. I say they win games, and I do believe they're going to win this game. But I don't think they win it by 6. I'm going to take the Cardinals here. I picked my pick before you even said it, okay, AJ? All right, I'm not writing off your picks. I believe in this, all right? Pittsburgh Steelers, they win games, but they don't win by much, and I don't think they're going to win by 6, but they'll have to win by 7 here, 6 or whatever. I don't like it. Give me the Cardinals.
Nice.
Too much.
Yeah, I think last week they won by 6 or 7, but that was against the Bengals, who are still trying to figure out. Yeah, it was by 6. So we'll see. It is a big spread, so we'll see how that goes. I think you guys are picking the correct pick, but I want to give the Steelers a little bit more faith at this point in time. But moving on to the mid-evening games here, we have the Carolina Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Bucks. Buccaneers, not so bad. Panthers, horrible at this point in time. It's sitting at 1-10, I believe. I'm not 100% sure if I'm correct on that, but it is pretty bad. Tampa Bay Buccaneers here are favored by 5. Have they been playing up to getting that? I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like their run game has been a lot better. I feel like team is functioning a little bit, on both sides of the ball. Carolina Panthers, I do not trust whatsoever. So I think that has me taking the Bucks here with the spread of 5 in their favor. What do y'all think?
I mean, this is a divisional game. The Buccaneers are a better team. And usually in divisional games, you have hard-fought games. Not in this division. That doesn't exist. Not even when Tom Brady was there. Does not exist. Carolina Panthers are horrible. They just fired Frank Reich. Frank Reich? Got that? Frank Reich? But yeah, give me the Buccaneers here. Way more talented offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I would honestly take the Buccaneers with a larger spread just because that's how much little faith I have with the Panthers. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers here.
Very, very surprising here. So I don't know why that happened here, but it has one of the evening games before these 1 o'clock games.
Yeah,
so
I noticed that.
Pardon me. I'm not 100% sure why that's happening. But the Indianapolis Colts versus the Titans is a 12 o'clock game for Central Time, 1 o'clock Atlantic or Eastern, whatever you call it. Yeah. So Indianapolis Colts versus Tennessee Titans. Colts are favored by only 1 point here. So it's basically, a straight pick 'em. I've liked the way the Indianapolis Colts have been playing, but we know that Jonathan Taylor is injured. He just had surgery. Now they're going to have to ride with Moss, right? AJ is excited because he got him in one of our leagues where he was the last waiver pick. So he's very excited about that.
Wow.
Bad to all of us in that league. But I just feel like the Indianapolis Colts are playing a lot better than the Titans at this point in time. Yes, it's a divisional game. Yes, it's always a close game between these two. The last 5 times that they've played ever since, Jonathan Taylor's been showing out and Derrick Henry, used to show out, but now he's playing a little bit less to his standards. I just think the Colts here win. If it's a straight pick 'em, I think I'm just riding with the Colts as a team. especially with that defense that they have.
Don't get me wrong. I was excited about getting Zach Moss because I was desperate. I am the Jonathan Taylor owner. I am very pissed off of what's happening. I'm very pissed off of the surgery that he's assigned to get right now. Of course, I can't speak on any behalf because I've never had that surgery. I don't know what that feels like, right? But through my eyes, what are the Colts playing for? There's no need for Jonathan Taylor to rush back here, but the Colts do have something going on. And when Jonathan Taylor is gone, Zach Moss does carry that workload just fine. Give me the Indianapolis Colts. Tough defense, I will say that.
Colts win games. Give me the Colts. Easy pick.
Easy pick.
Easy pick.
All right, this one should be an easy pick as well, but I want to hear y'all's commentary on this. Miami Dolphins versus the Washington Commanders. Miami's favored by 10 here. I think earlier in the season, this would have been a very, very easy pick for us, the way that they were playing. Achane is coming back. He should be able to play this game. He's still listed as questionable at the current time that we're recording this. But I just feel like the Miami Dolphins haven't been beating teams as bad as they were in the beginning of the year. I feel like that defense, even though they're playing well, still gives up quite a bit of points. I want to go with the Commanders here, but I want to hear y'all's commentary first on what y'all thinking.
I don't think the spread is big enough. I think Sam Howell's an absolute freak. Y'all know me. I'm a big supporter of Sam Howell, and he's doing a great job, right? But they have no defense. They fired their defensive coordinator right after they let go of their best two players on that team. Yes, the best two players on the team they let go of. Then they fired the defense coordinator because they weren't finding success without the best two players on the team. Miami Dolphins are just going to explode all over that D. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be gross, heavy. It's going to be sexy. I'm going to love all those TDs all over that D. It's just going to be great. I'm getting Miami Dolphins here. Let's hit it up.
Dolphins beat up on crappy teams. That's all I'm gonna say. I think this is all, as they just said, an easy pick for me. I'm taking them -10.
Sounds good. We're all going Dolphins here. I just wanted to that was very elaborate there, Adria. That's all I'm gonna say there. So we're all going Dolphins here. Moving on to another very hot and spicy team at this current time, Denver Broncos versus the Houston Texans, who we just watched lose by a doink to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one is in Houston again, so this one should be, another game where there's going to be half and half of that fan base there, because that's how it always is in Houston at this time. But Broncos are favored by 3.5 here. I think that's comfortable, but I think I'm going to go with the Texans here. I think Denver Broncos have had a little bit too much success. I've gone with them the past few weeks. I think Houston has a vengeance here because they really do want to make the playoffs. I think they make the adjustments on that offensive line, have a good week of practice. I think they make this one a close one again. So give me the Houston Texans here. May not work out in my favor, but I just feel like they're a good team and they're going to keep improving.
I don't know if this is going to change your mind, Vince, but Houston is favored by 3.5 here, not Denver. Yeah, that could persuade you another way.
Yeah,
so
that could persuade me.
Yeah, so I'll let you think about it. I'm going to go out here. I think this is a must-win game for Texans. This is a conference game, but will they win more than 3 points? I want to say yes with every bone in my body, but Denver's defense is no joke. And if they play remotely close to how Jacksonville played last week, getting pressure onto an injured CJ Stroud, which we're still waiting on further news on his injury, they're going to see some trouble out here. But you know what? I'm a believer. We went to that game. I'm a Texan, baby. Let's go. Give me the Houston Texans -3.5. They make a statement game. They're looking to take the division, and they're going to be seen in the playoffs.
Okay. Wow. So my thought process is I think either team can win this game. I have doubts that Denver can win 6 in a row, but I could also would have had, if you told me they would win 5 in a row, I would also call you crazy. I'm going to take the underdog in this, just in case if it's in 3 points, I still come out on top of this. So I'm gonna take the Broncos here. I think that's my safe pick here.
Not bad, not bad. I think I'll still go with the Texans here. I am a believer in them too. I kind of elaborated a little bit. Yeah, so, but we could be wrong here. Who knows? But I'm going to stick with the Texans pick. I'm pretty confident that they could possibly do this, and I think they have a better week. Next game. This is a mid-evening game. AJ, take this one away.
This is one of those games I have marked on my calendar, right? As soon as the schedule came out, as soon as the teams that we were going to play came out, this is the game that's been marked. This game was actually marked right after that championship game. And these are the type of games I'm going to elaborate even more because these guys know the teams that I hate playing the most, the Seattle Seahawks #1, the Dallas Cowboys #2. But it just makes you feel like you wish you could have a helmet on, get in there and freaking throw your crown in the helmet to someone's kneecap, and that's exactly what I want to do this game, especially to some guy who's touching the ball every single play. And we're not talking about the center because I love Jason Kelsey. I'll let you guys decide who I'm talking about on the Philadelphia side, but these guys are hungry. They have been talking about this game ever since the championship game last year. I'm putting my faith in them. I am a faithful. 3 points, that's nuts to me. I thought it was going to be a straight pick'em game or us being the underdogs. I don't like it, but you know what? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let's get it, dog.
Wow. Vincent, you go first because I still haven't made my pick.
This one, honestly, this one's very hard to pick. Yes, the 49ers have, a very good defense, but so do the Eagles. I feel like the 49ers have a better offense than the Eagles at this point in time. But you could argue that the Philadelphia Eagles on a good week have an amazing offense. I haven't seen it as of lately because they haven't been passing the ball more often than they usually did to Brown, as well as what's his name? His name is
Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith. So that's the only thing that worries me here, and that's why I think I'm going to go with the 49ers. I don't think this is a week where the Eagles get back on track with that passing game. Yes, 3 is a little bit larger than I think because I think this game could come down to a point or two. But I think I'm a little bit more comfortable going with the 49ers in the way that they've been playing at this point in time. So give me the 49ers here.
Jeez, I still haven't made my pick, so I'm going to talk my way through this one. So, in my opinion, I find it very hard to believe that it's hard for any team to go into Philly and win in Philly. That is a hard place to play in. The fans are some of the worst fans in the entire league. They are rude. They are mean. It is what Philly is. You kind of have to somewhat love it, but it's disgusting out there. Niners, their offense is great. Their defense is great. Philly's offense is great. Their defense has been let out the 20th most, or they're ranked 20th as far as defensive scoring. They're not very good. They're great at getting to the quarterback, which may help them. Could help them. Did help them last game. I'm going to take the Niners here. I hated this -3. I wish it was -1 or something like that, but I'm going to take the Niners. AJ, do you feel good about us all picking the Niners? I think this means that the Eagles are going to win now.
It gives me confidence, but we were wrong about Texans last week, but it gives me confidence that you guys are right here by my side. I need that this week. Okay.
We'll be there watching the game.
No one's coming over. Nah.
Hey man, I think this is a good precursor game because I do think that these teams will match up at least at some point in time in the playoffs, whether that is in the NFC Championship game or maybe earlier if one of these teams falls off with a couple of losses. I don't see it happening, but most likely NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. So this is going to be a great game to watch, especially here in Week 13 as we're closing in on those playoff pushes. But moving on to the next mid-evening game, we have the Cleveland Browns versus the Rams here. This one is easy for me. I like the way the Rams played last week against the Cardinals. Did not like the way the Browns played, and they are dealing with injuries to their rookie quarterback. So it looks like Mr. Joe Flacco is moving up in that depth chart there. He could be the potential starter this week. I'm not 100% sure I'm loving that. So give me the LA Rams, who are favored by 3.5 here. Excuse me while I fix this up. Guys, what's your opinion
Nice.
here?
I don't like the Rams, but also don't like that. I believe is DTR is what they call him, right? The rookie quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. That he's injured. That we're going to see Joe Flacco. Never been a fan of Joe Flacco. Stupid. But I'm gonna have to go with the Rams here. I think they have. They could possibly have an explosive offense, and they should have a decent defense. Where the Browns are just really just one-sided. There's no offense there with all those injuries.
Give me the Rams. Yeah, there's nothing going on as far as the Browns offense.
Sounds good.
Too many
Sounds good.
injuries.
Alrighty, so we'll go to the night game on Sunday Night Football. This one should be a good one, in my opinion. I haven't really liked the way the Kansas City Chiefs have been playing as of lately. Sorry as my computer loads this, but Kansas City Chiefs are favored by 7 against the Packers. Reed, let's hear what you got to say here.
All right, so this is our path to the playoffs. This is probably the game that we'll most likely lose. But I do believe in the Packers that we could potentially beat Kansas City. It is in Lambeau. And little fact that a lot of people don't remember. But Jordan Love and Patrick Mahomes has already gone up against each other when Aaron Rodgers had that COVID game 2 years ago. You remember all that drama, guys. But Jordan Love played in that game. The Packers did lose, but Jordan Love outplayed Patrick Mahomes that day. He played better in his first NFL start. I think the Packers defense is going to keep this one close, and the Packers could potentially win this. I definitely think a 7 difference there in the spread. I like picking the Packers here 100%. I think we keep it close.
I think the pick is a little high. I will say that. But not knocking on Jordan Love, okay? But that game, I do remember, that game was horrible. I did not like it whatsoever. Jordan Love did have Devontae Adams at that time.
That's true.
But Jordan Love is a lot better now.
Yep.
He is. I have him in my fantasy. I have him starting for the past 3 weeks. I like this guy, okay? I really do. And I like what they're doing out there in Green Bay. 7 points. This is the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City's been in close games these past few weeks, right? I don't like it. They just were struggling for the first half against the Raiders. I'm kind of stuck on my pick here. I'm not too sure. I want to go. Damn it, dude. I hate doing this. I want to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know. I don't know. I know.
It is in Lambeau. The only thing that I think would
one last stat I want to put out there for you guys, and I know you guys probably won't like this one, but the last 4 years under the Matt LaFleur era, we've played 15 games in December. We have won every single one of those games. We are a December team. We win in December.
Okay. I feel like that was due to another quarterback, possibly.
We win in December.
Okay.
You'll see.
I still think I'm going the Kansas City Chiefs here. Unless it's snowing, I think the Kansas City Chiefs have a pretty decent game here. It is in Lambeau. I will give you that, Reed. So there is a high chance that I think the Green Bay Packers play well. Because they win in December.
We win in December.
Yeah. So this one should be a tight game. Do I think that it comes down to less than 7 points? Probably. But I still think the Kansas City Chiefs are the safer pick here. So sorry, Reed. I'm not gonna agree with you this week because last week I did, and I think I'm just gonna run with the that I picked them last week. So give me the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
I will write down that, and Reed, I'll give you an extra point. How about that? If you are correct that the Packers do win in December, so I'll make a early decision there.
All right.
But moving on to Monday Night Football, this game is going to be a dumpster fire. I think it's just sad to say. It was probably looking way better before the Joe Burrow injury, but Jacksonville is favored by 9 here versus the Bengals. It's in Jacksonville. I don't like the spread, but I gave the Bengals too much benefit of the doubt this last game against the Steelers. Steelers do not have as good an offense as the Jaguars do at this point in time. I feel like when we were there at the Texans game, they were playing pretty versatile. So give me the Jaguars here. I think it's too high of a spread, but the way I've been picking today, I think it just fits. So give me the Jags.
The Jags are a top 5 takeaway defense. The Cincinnati Bengals got lucky 3 times this past game with interceptions. Jaguars are not going to let that go. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars here.
I wish the spread was a little smaller, but I'm still going to go with Jags. I think it's just a safer pick.
Not bad, not bad. Well, guys, that is all we have here for week 13. Like I said, this week is going to be a good week of games. That's why this video is a little bit longer. It's just getting harder and harder to pick as we see these teams go for playoff pushes. But if you really, really love our picks, if you think that some of them are wonky and not going to happen the way that we think they are, go ahead and put a description or a comment down there in the comment section. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you think that we're on par here. And if you want to bet with us, go ahead and hit that link in the description down below. You can get 125% of your money back to play for free. So as we always say, bet responsibly, and you must be 18 years or older to bet on BetUS. But other than that, you guys have any comments?
No, man, I'm super excited. No one texted me during Sunday.
Go Pack Go.
Heck yeah, guys. So we'll see how the game turns out tomorrow for the Seahawks. But other than that, guys, as we always say, keep on grinding. Go watch our videos.